All right.
All right. And we are live. Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Candy D's Nuts again. Back at it again with another podcast. I got two special guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves from top from bottom.
All right. What's up, guys? Tonight I am the overgiver, as is the Undertaker's birthday. So I'm polar opposite tonight. Fat Boy Schaefer on TikTok. Go ahead and follow me.
What it do? It's the best Undertaker in the game, the Dead Man Inc. You guys can follow me on TikTok at Axel Guzman 107, and let's start talking about the Dead Man himself.
All right. Well, that's who we're going to be talking about, actually.
100%.
To the GOAT, the legend.
Probably for sure my favorite wrestler of all time, The Undertaker. I grew up with this man. Like that's my man. Like him and Shawn Michaels and The Rock were like my three favorite. And also Stone Cold, but yeah, definitely The Undertaker, my all-time favorite. It's crazy that I was just thinking this earlier. It's crazy it's his birthday today. And we didn't get the Hall of Fame induction announcement for The Undertaker, but we got one from Kane.
Which is hilarious.
Which is hilarious, but if you watch that video, that was awesome. That was an awesome video to watch.
It was.
It really was. But going back at it, you talk about somebody who did so much for this business, someone that's entertained us for 30 damn years. It's awesome, man. Definitely my favorite.
Actually, we got to say about The Undertaker.
I mean, he's in my top 10. You know, I really didn't get into The Undertaker until the whole Dead Man Inc. situation. And then especially after, you know, I found out about how high he was in the company, gave my boy Jeff some respect. But that man, like you said, 30 years, bro. Like, that's incredible. Like, to really think about it. Like, damn. I'm almost 30. He's almost been doing this as long as I've been alive, bro. Like, that's insane to think about.
And you knew how high he ranked in the company from that scene when John Cena debuted and he was backstage and was like, gave him that nod of approval on TV. You just knew there.
Man, The Undertaker. I could say a lot of things about this man. Undertaker's a legend. That's what I have to say about that too. He's a legend, and I believe he's one of the absolute best in the business. I really enjoyed his matches. Okay, y'all gonna as a kid, I never got into The Undertaker until I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was terrified of the man. When he rolled them eyes, bro, like, boy, was I terrified. And man, but then when I got around 7 or 8, I was like, okay, I get it now.
I get it now.
Man, I get it.
How old were you at 4 or 5? Well, not how old. What year was it when you were about 4 or 5 that you were?
2005. Pretty much around when Eddie was around.
Also, like, whoo, you didn't even really see Biker Taker and Ministry of Darkness Taker.
I did not.
Later on.
I only watched a little bit of it because my dad was watching it and my brother, and they said, this is The Undertaker. And I was like, what the heck's The Undertaker? But I knew who Austin and The Rock were. That's how I knew. That's The Undertaker. Yeah, The Undertaker is the best. I gotta say that I can't imagine him not being in the Hall of Fame.
Unless they're doing something with him.
There's something. There's a reason. Unless they're just waiting to the last person. Like I said earlier, it's weird because they usually announce like the main person, the top guy going in first.
And that person was Molly Holly.
I mean, she was okay. I mean, she was all right.
I mean, but Molly Holly?
Hurricane sidekick? Come on now.
You could have did Bischoff first and then Molly Holly, but Molly Holly?
Could have done Rob.
I forgot they were inducting Bischoff this year. And he was just on AEW TV a few weeks ago.
Yes, he was.
What was your favorite match by The Undertaker? Name your matches that you really enjoyed.
Jeff Hardy versus Taker, Monday Night Raw. Edge
I knew
versus
that was
Taker.
coming.
Edge versus Taker TLC. My man went through like so many tables. Definitely Batista versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. Gotta throw in Ric Flair versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 18. And another one real quick. I mean, besides Kane getting involved, it wasn't that bad of a match with him and Vince McMahon, that Buried Alive match.
Yo, he whooped Vince McMahon's ass.
Yeah, that first one,
15 minutes
wide open. I was like,
his ass.
When he hit him with that shovel, I thought he was dead. I was like, dang, is Vince dead? Did he kill him?
Almost.
I mean, my top match, just because it is my favorite WWE match, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. Then I also really enjoy Taker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee and the Hell in a Cell. That super kick pedigree combo was that right there. I was like, not like this. No.
I thought that was it.
I did too. I was like, my man got screwed. There's so many good ones. I really enjoy, like, for a more recent one, it was I think Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, in 2015. I think that was The Undertaker's last really good match as far as like storytelling wise and everything. It was really good. Mankind, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, always a classic.
Of course, y'all thought Foley was dead when he threw him off.
Mm-hmm.
He actually almost died in that match.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the second fall, that one wasn't planned.
That choke slam through that cell and the chair hit his skull. Thought he was dead right there.
Yeah. And then I gotta go with the Undertaker Jeff Hardy match too. Like that. That's just always a classic. But I mean, Undertaker's like his. I mean, even the one versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. I want to say from like WrestleMania 23 against Batista up until 29 with CM Punk. Those matches were all really damn good. Batista, Edge, Michaels, they were all good. They were all really good. So the match with Mark Henry at WrestleMania 22, if it wasn't for that, I would say 21 through 29 because the match with Randy Orton at 21 was really good too.
Underrated.
That choke slam countered into the RKO is one of my favorite RKOs ever.
That's my favorite RKO. Favorite matches? I have so many, of course. We all have to say Shawn Michaels and Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, of course. Yep. That match will forever be the best. And what else would I say? Oh, Yokozuna and Yokozuna at the Royal Rumble.
Is that when they put him in the casket and then he rose up?
I think so.
That's the one where he thought he was dead and all that type of junk, and he said whatever. He was in that casket. He cut a really good promo.
On the screen.
And I also like Kurt Angle and him at No Way Out. Thought that was
yes. That's a really good one.
Kurt hurt his back when he did the angle slam through that table. Actually, show me how he hurt his back when he hit that angle slam through that announce table.
I can't believe I forgot that match.
And then, I also like another Kurt Angle match. It was another Undertaker Kurt Angle match is with the triple threat with The Rock for the undisputed champion.
That's another good one.
That's another good one. I really did like the Mark Henry with the casket match. Very underrated, but I really liked that one. I liked the casket match. I did like the Undertaker and Kane. I had to go back, of course. I had to get to know the Undertaker more. I had to go back, and that's also a good match of mine. And I had to go back and watch Ric Flair's. Ric Flair did a good job. And the promo package was good. That's what
I was just watching that one today too.
Mm-hmm. And then my other favorite match by The Undertaker is also going to be the Last Man Standing match with him and Batista. He spears him off that stage.
Yeah.
I have a funny moment of The Undertaker. Remember when he was beating up Austin and he threw him to the glass? And then he said, I didn't do nothing to that man, Stone Cold. It's like, I did nothing to him. I am Stone Cold Steve Austin. They get into the ambulance, and then they said, and then Austin, drive or go. Then Undertaker
comes out.
How about this one? Let's see if I could jog the memory real quick. You guys remember when he almost did the spin-a-rooney?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was bad. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the same night Triple H did it. I think, and somebody else, but that was. It
wasn't the same night Kane did it, was it? The Kane.
No, oh my God, the Kane-a-rooney.
The Kane-a-rooney, that was great.
Listen, Masked Kane, I get everybody loves Unmasked Kane, but Masked Kane was able to do so many different things, which was proven once he put the mask back on, got with Daniel Bryan. But when he has the mask off, he always got to be a monster.
Of course.
But Masked Kane, he got to joke around a little bit. Like,
and we don't talk about corporate Kane. We don't do that. We don't talk
about that around here.
I hate that Kane.
I hated that Kane so much. Another good moment of The Undertaker when he was in that SummerSlam match with Brock Lesnar. They were both knocked out, sitting by side to side. Lesnar sat up. He laughed at Undertaker, and Undertaker was laughing at it. That wasn't planned. Yeah,
that created one of the best gifs on the internet, man.
And then, there was a good one.
Hey, that man said, "What the fuck you laughing at?"
Oh my gosh! And then what else did I also really enjoyed the moment where Undertaker, Ministry of Darkness. I had to go back. I really had to go back and watch Undertaker. I had to. Ministry of Darkness, best gimmick ever.
I'm sorry. For me, it has to be Dead Man Inc., bro. I love the fact that he got to be himself.
I really liked when he cut his hair.
You didn't or you did?
I did. When he cut his hair.
I did too. He had the bandana.
When he had the bandana.
That's what I'm saying. He got to
be himself. And he came out with that Dead Man
walking. He came out with the motorcycle.
Yeah, that's
gonna make a big
mistake.
Yo, that's my. I mean, Rolling is really, really close, but nah, Dead Man Inc. That theme song is.
Yeah, that's you can't beat that.
I remember this. I remember this one time when Undertaker was facing John Cena at WrestleMania 34, which I thought that match should have been longer. Should have been a really good match. When he tombstoned him, I saw a little surprise by Cena. If you look down below,
somebody was a little too excited, I think.
Exactly. I was like, Cena, like, what? Is it because Nikki called off the wedding and they got excited around the Undertaker?
Oh my god!
Poor John, poor Cena. Oh my gosh!
I feel like they should have done John Cena and the Undertaker at WrestleMania way earlier. Man,
that was I think that was the original plan for WrestleMania 30. That was supposed to be Undertaker and John Cena, but then Bray Wyatt was getting over, and they decided to do.
They decided to bury him. That's what they decided.
Yep, they gave John Cena that golden cup. Like, go ahead and do you.
But you know what? I look back, maybe it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Because look at him now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
because
old,
I think that
good
I
old
like the
Husky
Fiend
Harris.
character better.
Good old Husky Harris.
All right, let's get sad. Where were you guys when you guys saw that the streak ended?
I go ahead.
Go.
Chris.
Oh my god. I was in my room. Me and my buddy were watching it on the TV, and this was. Give me a minute.
Is it going through the
I'm
screen?
choking up.
It's going through the screen.
Yeah,
It's going through the webcam.
A little bit. No, I think this was.
breathe.
I got a French fry stuck in my throat. That's what it is. No, I believe that was the same year. That was the first WrestleMania on the WWE Network.
Yep.
And my WWE Network was bugging out. I remember that. So I had it pulled up on my laptop as well. And my laptop was sitting on the side of my bed. And I remember like it froze up and I just kind of looked over and I seen the 1, 2, 3. And I was like, and then it like started up on the screen again. And I didn't say anything. And my buddy, we were like, what the fuck? We were like, that had to be a botch. There's no fucking way. When I tell you that shit ruined my day the next day, because I believe WrestleMania was on it was around my birthday or was my birthday, and I was pissed.
That's
I was so upset.
That was a Christmas present that you didn't want to receive.
Well, I'm gonna go back and look and see the exact date.
April 12th. No, April 2nd, I think. It was the 2014.
Oh yeah, so that was my birthday week.
Not a
I
good.
was mad the next day. Next few days, actually.
What about you, Axel? Where were you when you found out the streak ended?
I was at my friend's house. To be honest, around that time, I kind of slowly stopped watching wrestling because it was kind of, the PG era was killing me.
Exactly.
So he actually told me because he was looking it up, and I'm just like, "Are you serious?" Because I knew the match was happening, but I just wasn't watching Raw. I wasn't watching SmackDown. Go online, go on Twitter. You see everything that happens. That's it. I thought it was a botch to begin with, and then the other things that were coming out. Supposedly, he got a concussion during the match.
Yeah, it was in the last ride.
So they had no choice but to end it. I was pissed off.
We all were.
At that point, that's when I just stopped watching it completely. Slowly got back in
Guess movement when he won the
2016, but it was terrible. I couldn't believe it. I was like, out of all people, still to this day, fine, whatever. People want to try to make it make sense, but it doesn't make sense to me. I always felt like the only time I really saw it ending was Sweet Chin Music Pedigree. And if it didn't end there, it should have never ended at all.
No. When I found out the streak ended, I had to wake up the next morning because I didn't have the network, of course. I was 14. I was still in middle school. And then 2014 was not a good year for me, and that was one of the reasons. So when I said what happened at WrestleMania, and they said Undertaker's streak was broken, I was like, you're lying. No, you're not being serious, are you? So I had to go search it up on YouTube. So when I saw the 1, 2, 3, I was like, throughout the whole time of school, I even watched it at school. I was like, my eyes were just like, why? Why?
Out of all people.
With all people, you could have chosen anybody else. You could have chose anybody else. You could have chose John Cena. You could have chose Bray Wyatt. You could have chose You could have chose Sting when it was too late, though. But I was thinking you could have chose Sting. You could have chose anybody. But you had to pick Brock Lesnar to break the streak.
Yep.
And I could and I watched the documentary of The Last Ride, and you could tell Brock was pretty upset. You can look like he was like bawling. He was bawling into tears because like he was sitting there, laying there, like Brock respects the Undertaker. He does.
Mhm.
And he was like, he even looked at him and was like, did I really just do that?
He was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I feel like in Gorilla, like Vince just made a drastic change.
I think that's what they said.
I think just at the last minute he changed it, bro.
Yeah, I think it was the last minute he changed it, and he told Taker, he was like, "You're losing," or like, "Okay."
And he said he didn't even remember that night, which is sad.
Because he had that concussion.
Uh-huh. And then he collapsed, and then Vince, need some help here. Mm-hmm. Oh,
I
to
can't
this
talk about
day,
that no more.
to this day, we still like that streak could have stayed living forever. He could have that if he does go in the Hall of Fame, that's gonna be the one thing that's gonna be on his career, the streak, for sure.
Yeah, it's
Brock Lesnar.
a shame, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got this. What's your favorite Undertaker rival?
Ooh. By God, it's gotta be Kane.
yeah. My God,
My God, that's Kane.
that's gotta be Kane.
Like that was Vince. That was Vince. That wasn't Jim Ross. That was Vince. That's
Yeah,
gotta be
It was
Kane.
Vince. Like the fact that it started with Kane's debut. This man, pretty sure he ripped off the cage.
Yep.
Even Undertaker.
He came in face to face. He was about the same damn height as the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And then the end all be all, because people still think it's real till this day. They were brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I had to search that up.
Kane burnt down their house and killed their mother and father. And Undertaker saw
We all thought that was real.
He told police. He got Kane sent away to a mental institution. and then it just got deeper and darker. Paul Bear is supposedly the father.
Paul Bear is Kane's father. Oh yeah, it was all crazy.
I am Kane's father.
That's a pretty good Paul Bear.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh yes, Kane is alive, Undertaker.
That's pretty good. Like
That's a voice not a lot of
that's
people
a
can do it.
TikTok right there.
You should have heard Roman Reigns' actually impression of Paul. I thought it was really good.
But yeah, that rivalry is, if not that, I'd have to say Undertaker and Batista. Undertaker and Edge is up there. Like I want to say the obvious, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, but like that's,
Come on,
you don't gotta say those, you know.
you can't, but it's on there. It's on there.
It's on there, but
I like the Undertaker's Randy Orton feud.
Yeah,
That's
like.
down.
I'll say so. Okay, so here's the thing with that feud. I don't understand why people don't get how great that feud was. It was fantastic. It was just one of the best, and he gave Undertaker gave Randy the respect to put him over in a few matches. He goes like, "Why are you doing that?" He's like, "Come on, we got to push the kid."
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That was a really good feud. Gosh, there's so Undertaker Mankind back in the Attitude Era
Yes,
was really good.
Undertaker.
That was always really good.
Undertaker and Foley have great
I
chemistry.
know this isn't one of my favorites, but it always brings me back to one of my favorite moments. It always makes me laugh when Undertaker tied up Hulk Hogan and tied him to the bike and drove him through the backstage.
Thank you, Taker. Thank you, Taker.
Yeah, that was great. That's always great. Gosh, Undertaker and Kane, obviously. I feel like that goes with the Shawn Michaels thing. Like you don't really have to say it. Oh, how's that apple pie moonshine? Chug it.
It smelled just like apple pie while burning my nose.
Favorite Undertaker rival? I'm gonna have to say him and Bret Hart. They had a few good matches. Him and Bret had great matches at was it SummerSlam? SummerSlam and the Royal Rumble, was that it? I think so. I also like him and Kurt Angle. He said he liked fighting the small dudes, and he said Kurt Angle was a really good, and he was not that, and he was small, but he could pick him up, and he can look, and he could slam him around. Yeah, him and Kurt Angle, him and Kane, of course, Undertaker and Kane, of course. That's one of the top rivalries. Him and Randy. I gotta say him and Triple H. You know, Triple H and Undertaker actually faced before 28-7. They faced it 3 times. That was good. Another rival, Undertaker and Yokozuna. I like that rivalry. Can we not forget that? I can't believe no one thinks that Yokozuna and Undertaker had a good rivalry. They did. They had really good matches. I thought they did a really good job at the casket match at the Royal Rumble. And Undertaker said he wanted to work with Yokozuna first before Lex Luger did.
They were really good friends behind the scenes. So.
And then there was another good one, Stone Cold and the Undertaker.
Yeah,
I gotta love Austin and the Undertaker, and you gotta watch the Broken Skull session with Undertaker and Stone Cold. That was the best session ever. Actually, you good, bro?
It's so
drinking the moonshine.
It's so bad. It's like all I'm tasting in my mouth is apple pie, but then it's burning. I got to clear for that though.
Oh,
so you guys are telling me you didn't care for the Undertaker versus Undertaker feud?
Is it bad that I forgot that? And then you got Kane versus the Imposter Kane, who was actually Luke Gallows.
Yeah, that was even worse.
That's hilarious.
And then who else you got that? Oh, and you had him and Mini Undertaker in the ring.
Oh, you have Undertaker versus Heidenreich.
Yep, and then him and Tommaso Ciampa, who was a lawyer before he ever was a wrestler.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
That was the best. Throughout the years, Undertaker had the best career.
He had some bad feuds in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
And that wasn't his fault. You know, he was trying to give the rub to other people. But the booking, Muhammad Hassan, the great Khali.
There was good
Vladimir Kozlov.
Oh, Kozlov was not over. I thought he was not that great. He was a good heel, but he wasn't.
He was not ready.
How about this? I just pulled up the list. The Giant Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez.
This is up here, and I'm sorry. By the time it happened, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
Goldberg versus Undertaker.
Why did you bring that up? Okay, all right. Any viewer, please don't watch that match. It's a pay-per-view called Don't Watch It. Please don't watch it. And don't watch DX and Brothers of Destruction.
Ooh, and this is one that a lot of people forget because it was that bad. The Undertaker versus The Big Show versus Albert.
WrestleMania 19.
Yep.
Remember, it was supposed to be a tag match with Nathan
I was saying,
Jones?
Wasn't there a partner?
Nathan Jones.
There was a good match, actually, on SmackDown. It was Undertaker and Eddie. They went at it. Undertaker and Eddie. And it was around the Fatal 4-Way with him and...
Number two worst match.
The other guy's like totally smaller.
Oh, here's one. King Kong.
You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this. Number one worst Undertaker match. It's not me. It's. I think it's the Bleach Report. I don't know.
Name your favorite. Brian says Undertaker and Mark Henry at Mania. That was a very underrated match at WrestleMania. I can't.
It was Dookie.
It was Dookie, but it was not. It was actually the first WrestleMania I ever watched. Actually,
Bro,
hold that in your heart. I can see that.
Like, I understand it, but that's like me saying the match between Randy Orton and Triple H at WrestleMania was so No, it was. It was bad.
It was bad, but
bad.
But Undertaker picked him up though. He picked him up for a tombstone. I gotta give him that. But Undertaker was at WrestleMania.
I get it. Your first WrestleMania, I get it.
Yeah. The first WrestleMania, that was my first WrestleMania, and I will forever remember Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon in that no holds barred match. I really loved it, and I love JR's commentary in it. Oh my gosh, JR was killing me. When I got older, when I watched it back, he had the poster. He's like, yeah, hit him over the head with it, and then shove it up his ass. I was like, JR, you are legendary on the commentary table. No one will ever replace you. And that's another man that always called Undertaker's matches, Jim Ross. And that's another man he actually respects. Yeah. All right, we can another bad match. We can always that we should never talk about anymore either. Roman Reigns.
I was about to say Roman Reigns.
WrestleMania 33. He was out of shape. Roman and Undertaker. WrestleMania 33.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
He was out of shape. He shouldn't have been in the ring. He even admitted it. He shouldn't have been in the ring. He said he should have been in better shape.
The only thing that kept that shit going was the fact that Undertaker always had the thing, my yard, and they tried to give it to Roman.
The next night, though, the crowd was just taking over.
Just tearing him apart.
That one line, this is my yard, and that mic drop. I was like, beautiful. You should have been a heel right there. He should have been a heel right there.
He should have been a heel from the beginning.
You wanted him to be, he was supposed to be the heel. Roman was supposed to be the heel. He was supposed to turn on the Shield.
I always said it because it made sense because Batista left and Roman would fill the big guy role. I mean, I'm okay with Seth, but I always thought it should have been Roman.
Like Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me! Oh, there's another thing I want to talk about. We were just talking about it. Kane is in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is.
What do you guys think?
Deserves it.
Deserves it, man. Most matches in WWE history. Never been the face of the company, not once.
And he, no matter what they gave him, he made it work.
He made it work.
As Kane, I will say. I don't think anybody could make Dr. Isaac Yankem work.
Oh, that
gimmick was just.
Can we not talk about that though?
But I'm saying, as Kane, anything that they wanted him to do, he made work. Even corporate Kane, as the worst version of Kane, he still somehow managed to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
I think that speaks to his level of just professionalism, one, and two, just the connection I think he had with fans. Like, he knew how to just keep us entertained. Always liked Kane.
I like Kane. I loved Kane. I was terrified of Kane at first, but I loved him when he came out with the red pyro and the music. Slow Chemicals comes on. One of the best entrants. One of the best songs, hands down.
Kane has a total of 1,666 matches.
Insane.
Behind him are only The Big Show and Dolph Ziggler.
That's crazy that Dolph Ziggler has that many.
He has 1,418 matches, bro.
Kane
No.
had the elimination.
Yeah, he did. Didn't Roman Reigns take it?
I think Roman broke it.
Either Roman took it or Brock Lesnar took it, or
Braun
Strowman.
took it.
Braun, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Roman, then Braun, then Brock. But Kane was the first one.
Crazy to think about now that I'm looking at him. What the hell?
What's your favorite Kane match besides the Undertaker?
Ooh, damn. I gotta go back.
Me?
It's so hard because they always gave this man like dark storyline. So I don't want to say when he basically raped Lita and gave her a baby.
Oh god!
And then what was his name? Snitsky.
Snitsky.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault.
Favorite?
Because then, like even like, because you could say, oh, my favorite is Triple H and Kane. You talking about Katie Vick?
Sick, bro. No, we don't ever talk about Katie Vick. That was the one time thing.
Oh, how about that, bro? He tried to kill Paul Bearer. What are you talking? Like, it's hard. It's really
good job, Brian. The ambulance match.
Okay.
Good job, kid. That's good, man. He almost killed McMahon in that. He almost killed Kane. Almost got killed in that limo. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Kane almost got killed in that limo? He said, "Have a nice ride." Then, I thought Kane was dead.
His match at WrestleMania 17, it was a hardcore match versus Raven and oh my god, it's escaping me. Was it Big Show? Is that who it was?
Yeah, Big Show.
Yeah, I remember that one being really, really fun. God, he had the match with Daniel Bryan in 2014. I can't remember where it was. Extreme Rules.
Philadelphia.
Kane really hasn't had many
really great matches.
Him and Umaga was pretty good. They had a good feud on Raw.
Like the top five they have right here is Shane McMahon, Stone Cold.
Yes, The Undertaker.
X-Pac.
Yep.
They have Edge, of course. That's the one I would have to go with, honestly.
Edge.
Yeah.
And Undertaker versus Kane. So there really hasn't been many
good matches with Kane, no. But he can put on a show, but he's never had a really good match. Otherwise,
he had the most matches ever. So I mean, that's gotta mean something.
Do you
right?
remember? I just looked up some other matches. Do you remember Kane versus Kurt Angle
at WrestleMania 18?
18.
Yeah.
I didn't remember this.
Didn't he win
just now? Like I just was like looking up Kane.
Was it for the Intercontinental Champion? Wasn't it? Wasn't that for the?
It doesn't say, but yeah, I don't remember that for some reason. I think it's just because WrestleMania 18 just mainly remembered for Rock and Hogan, and that's what always. Whenever I think WrestleMania 18, that's what I think of. So,
yeah, favorite Kane match. I'm gonna have to say the one with I'm gonna have to say him and Matt Hardy. Him and Matt Hardy had a good feud too.
Isn't that when he took Lita away from him or something? Yeah.
And that's funny too. Yeah, that is because remember when after we had the feud with Edge and he came back when Vince rehired him. This isn't TV. This isn't when she was married to Kane. When she was married to Kane, she was still coming home to me.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. That wasn't that bad of a rivalry. You're right.
Yeah, Kane and Matt Hardy was good. I have to give him that. Kane and the Big Show. I'm just playing.
That was always something to watch.
Him and the Imposter Kane.
God, that Imposter Kane was so.
For me, it was actually really as a kid. I thought it was really entertaining. I thought it was really cool. Somebody was just impersonating Kane, and I was like, "Hey, cool! This is actually really cool."
My thing was the imposter Kane looked so bad. It looked like they went and got like the mask looked cheap. The hair looked horrible.
The guy who played him was horrible. Sorry, Lou Gallows, but you know.
Oh, he kept doing the glove thing the whole time.
Oh my
Go back and watch
God.
that. He kept doing it, and it was pissing me off. Like, and he was. It did not do it for me at all. At all.
But Kane deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure about the Great Khali, but I think RVD. There's a rumor. I think Steve Meltzer said it. RVD might be in the Hall of Fame. He might be the next one. I want to know. I want to know who will be inducting him. Will it be Paul Heyman? Will it be Sabu? Will it be Tommy Dreamer?
Paul Heyman. I feel like
you think Paul Heyman will induct
Paul Heyman. I feel like it's got to be Paul Heyman.
He was a mentor to Van Dam. I think he deserves it. And then we could possibly play him in the video games all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can make a good video game again.
Yeah. They were supposed to come out with that. They were supposed to come out with a new video game. I wasn't sure when they're going to come out. I'm still waiting for AEW video game to be released. Yeah. Oh, this is the one we all wanted to talk about.
Thunder Rosa versus
Ooh, I could walk in on the right time. What? Okay,
all right. I'm gonna let Chris go first. I didn't watch it.
I'll let Axe go first.
So, what did you guys think of the match?
Go ahead, Axe.
No, go ahead, Chris. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Okay. So, damn. I was. Let me first off say that I am so fucking happy that AEW finally let just something happen with this women's division, because I have not been invested in this women's division in the past year at all. Like, there's nothing. Like, it's just nothing did it for me. And this really just like it was awesome. It was a throwback to the old hardcore matches. You know, you don't see in WWE anymore, especially you don't see this out of women. So it was really nice. I think it was very competitive. Some of the shit they pulled off in this match, just like it blew me away. So I was like so damn happy to see that. And it was the main event too. Like, what? But
what'd you think, Axel?
I think I need to just stop not wanting to watch AEW and just like, because I didn't get to see it until after.
Same. I didn't watch until after. I don't watch AEW like that, honestly.
Me.
I just watch it when I get time.
After paying $50 and getting blue balls from an explosion that was supposed to be amazing, I was like, all right, I'll take a break. But all I saw on social media was Britt Baker with a bloody face, and I'm like, what?
Damn, what happened to her?
That match, I'll say the last time I seen something like that, I forget who the other woman was in the match, but it was in WWE. Victoria, she had a hardcore match. I think it was Trish Stratus.
I feel like it was.
I think it is.
They had a hardcore match for the women's championship. That is the last time I've seen anything with women and something that extreme. And then they pull out my favorite thing ever. Thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks are the best.
Britt Baker actually took the thumb bump.
Mm.
She actually took it. It was just like, listen, you don't like AEW. I understand. You want to be like that. I get it. You want to call them corny, cheesy, petty. Listen, WWE has made a career off being petty.
Yeah.
And being cheesy.
They take real life situations and make them storylines just to make money off of them. That's how. So I don't get it. But that match and all, if people don't want to say 5-star, okay, fine. But it's definitely 4.1, 4.2, 4.3.
Yeah,
it was just amazing. Like watching the pay-per-view and seeing Thunder Rosa, I was like, okay, I see something, and then that was just
It was
like,
it
okay,
blew
so
me away, man. It blew me away.
I didn't watch it, of course. I have to go back and look at it. I have to go see myself. I gotta see the thumbtacks because you know how much I love thumbtacks when it becomes like an Extreme Rules match or a hardcore match or whatever. And I was like, I didn't watch it. I haven't been watching AEW because they've been falling off. And then you guys think that Cody is the best wrestler, which he's not.
he's a good wrestler, though. Listen,
He's good, but
listen. Okay, since we're on the subject, I'm gonna say this, and I don't even want to put this on TikTok because I swear it'll be so controversial when I say this.
you would get so much hate.
Listen. Out of every other second or third generation superstar, they have gotten so much respect because of who their father is. And these people's fathers wasn't even as close to what Dusty Rhodes was or has done for the company. They had this man as Stardust,
Which wasn't supposed to happen.
which is so disrespectful. Okay, fine. You want to do it for a little bit? Okay, I get it. Fine. They're brothers, Goldust, Stardust. Ooh, okay, cool. They kept him that man for almost 2 more years after that. He was wrestling at WrestleMania at Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
The stars, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
Besides him and Curtis Axel, every other second or third generation superstar gets everything. Look at Nia Jax getting ranked 36 over Hall of Fame women
Over Lita.
because of who her cousin is. Tamina, like, no disrespect, I love Tamina. She's good in the ring and everything, but she still gets to be relevant because of who her father is.
Yeah,
Roman.
Not even Roman. It's Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
But I never understood. But with Cody, it was nothing. The best thing Cody got was when he was the Intercontinental Champion with the face mask. But oh wait, never mind. They made him job to Big Show at WrestleMania so he could be a whatchamacallit, Grand Slam champion.
Let the guy go. Just let the guy go.
So I get it. I don't see it as being petty. I see it as it's crazy. And then you got the nerve to make NXT and name things after the man's father, and it's just like you can't show him a little bit of respect.
yeah.
The only thing they ever gave him really was when he won the tag team championships with Goldust against the Shield.
That was a good pop, actually.
I'll say that, and when he was in Legacy with Randy Orton.
That was his best.
That was the only other time he really got any shine.
No, he was supposed to, but Vince kind of.
I can't even remember anything else from Cody Rhodes except the things we named.
Yeah,
and I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing. And it's like that's proof enough.
Oh, so we're not going to talk about the dash. Cody Rhodes.
I
hated that gimmick.
I thought it was a decent gimmick, but they didn't give him time to develop it.
No, they just threw it on him, and it's like, oh yeah, you're the son of a plumber, right? You got this. Your brother's been doing the same freaking gimmick for years. You got this, right, Cody?
Yeah, you gotta make sure you do the whistle.
So I don't see it as being petty. I just listen. You think I don't got what you guys are looking for. Now I have a chance to show you I got that and more. So just let it be, bro. WWE isn't the only fucking company out there, man.
Yeah, right.
If it wasn't for New Japan showing at 3, 4, 5 in the morning where I live, I would be watching New Japan too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Impact being a little trash, I would be watching Impact. I watched Impact when Jeff, Sting, AJ, Kurt Angle, Hogan, and all of them was on there. Abyss. Christian Cage.
Abyss. Oh my God.
Jericho in that Impact.
One more thing. This whole AEW is WCW thing makes no sense.
AEW.
People are leaving WWE to go to AEW. People were leaving WCW to go to WWE. It's not the same thing.
No.
They're trying to compare it to like early WCW, but
yeah, but
if you want to make that comparison,
if you want to say that, then they don't even do what WCW did. Remember the fake Scott Hall?
Yep.
all the fake gimmicks that we're making to copy off of WWE. I don't see AEW doing that.
Fake Diesel.
The last thing I saw was honestly the no leg slapping, but that's hilarious though.
Oh, the leg slapping. That just makes us like, why are you trying to make us stop watching wrestling?
That's hilarious. It's like, oh, so it's supposed to be WWE, everybody else is nothing. No, they're both wrestling companies. Why can't they take jabs at each other?
Bro, I had to ask my mom. I said, "Hey, mom, when we were watching wrestling, did you ever notice when the guys were kicking him in the face? Were they slapping their legs?" And she goes, "Yeah, I just didn't want to tell you."
Somebody brought to my eyes that wrestling was fake.
I was like, so for so long, when Shawn Michaels hits the sweet chin music, you're telling me he's slapping his thigh. And then she goes, "Yeah, basically."
And you know what? To like kind of backtrack a little bit with that, like the whole, I never knew this, but like, and until I started noticing the leg slap, but when Kane would do that uppercut,
yeah,
he would like slap his stomach, and he was so good at it. I never realized it.
And so was Shawn Michaels with the leg slap.
You could barely see. You could see it, but there were some times where you can barely see it. I remember he did it clean. I remember Shawn did it clean without the leg slapping.
Nobody's paying attention to that, bro.
No.
Everybody's worried about if wrestling is real or fake.
Yeah,
they are paying attention to if it connects. Look at what happened. The video I posted the first night after they banned it, when Drew McIntyre couldn't slap his knee when he did the Claymore on The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it wasn't his fault. It's The Miz's fault for not connecting. If he would have been able to slap his leg, I guarantee you would have never even noticed The Miz fell too early. I guarantee, because you would have heard the sound and thought, oh my God, he really connected with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it, I was like, oh man, he didn't kick his leg. Even Drew was upset.
Yeah. I can imagine Vince in the gorilla position. He's like, "Oh no, he saw the leg slapping. We can't have that in here no more. That we don't see the leg slapping anymore. We got to make sure it looks real, not fake."
But it's funny, the same night he got to do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to do it for the one time. I bet he got heat from doing it. He's like, "Drew, what was that knee slapping for?"
Because, listen, it takes away from so much. Leave it alone. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Vince, you're the only one. This is the first time I've heard of this as being a problem.
Yep.
You bringing this as a problem.
Yeah. I want to know what the issue is.
Like, Yep.
I just think too many people are doing it. That's the only thing I could think of.
Top 5 returns.
Oh, real quick. AEW is supposedly working on getting its first house show.
Before WrestleMania? Before WrestleMania?
I think so. They're trying to make something before WrestleMania comes around. Oh, no. April 9th. Oh, yeah. April 9th. AEW. Look at this, though. AEW is trying to have a live house show on April 9th, the day before WrestleMania in Jacksonville, Florida.
And that's where WrestleMania is supposed to be. No, Tampa.
But it's right there. It's right there. They know what they're doing.
I mean, a lot of companies do that. A lot of places do that too.
That show will take place during WrestleMania week, so fans that plan to be in Tampa area for Mania can see AEW in person if they drive 3 hours.
Yep.
Hey, a lot of people will do it too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Top 5 returns. What do you got? What do you guys have?
Like for what? In general?
Whatever.
Big Dick Johnson.
Gilbert.
Hornswoggle. When he disappeared and all of a sudden he was the Raw general manager.
Right.
Ooh, Big Daddy V. Woo.
Yes.
Wait. Missing somebody.
I can't.
The Godfather.
All aboard on the whole train.
And Santina. Now, let me
Oh, poor Santino.
I had to think about that real quick, but no, he did make a return as Santina in the first Women's Royal Rumble.
I know, that was entertaining. And Beth and then Beth was looking at him because he cost her that battle royal. Remember?
But on a real note, For first place, I'm gonna have to say, because it was the first return I ever saw, is when Triple H returned in 2002 on Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
I think what he do, break both quads?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he did the same thing like Kevin Nash.
And Mr. McMahon.
Yep. McMahon.
That one, I remember it was just so lit. People were cheering. That's actually what kept me into wrestling, because I'm like, why is this guy so, like, why are they cheering so much for this man?
Mm-hmm.
John Cena at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. That's
That
good.
pop was ridiculous. You already know I got to say it. The Hardys return at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Again, that was the one that got me, because I'm like, there's no way in hell they're going to just have a match the
At
same
Ring of Honor the night
day
before.
the day before. And it was like 12 in the fucking morning, bro. WrestleMania was that fucking day.
Yeah.
What, two more?
You got one more. I think you
One
got
more?
Yeah. There were so many returns. They were so good.
You know what? Just because it's recent, and I can't lie, because I cried when this man retired. Edge at the Royal Rumble, bro.
Yep.
I cried when that man had to retire.
Yeah. Let's see.
I hated him,
me?
but I loved him.
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to use the ones you used, even though you took 3 of them already. Chris Jericho in 2007.
Oh,
When they wearing those codes.
Against Orton?
Yup.
Yes.
Orton's got the guy running to the ring, and then all of a sudden the clothesline and
You knew what that pose was. You know what?
you knew exactly. Yeah, with his cut hair and everything. That tripped me out at first. Not gonna lie.
All right. Is that it? Can we just talk about the other return of Jericho real quick? Of when he returned, he was like, yeah. He's in the ring. Yeah, come on. Like, that one just came in my head too, but go ahead, bro.
The Rock.
Ooh,
WrestleMania host.
I can't really recall, but did we know he was going to be the host, or was it?
I didn't know.
Mystery,
Okay,
right?
so I was.
No one knew.
I think it was.
I didn't
It was
know.
a mystery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And they said the host, and like I didn't catch what was going on before because it was the electricity going through. It was like going through the Titantron and everything, and I didn't make the connection. So when I heard "if you smell," I jumped out of bed. I was so fucking hyped. It's 11 o'clock at night. Then he goes on this 30-minute tear on John Cena. Oh man, it was great.
That's a good one.
Brock Lesnar in 2012. I was so hyped. Everybody was hyped then. We didn't see Brock Lesnar
And everybody hated Cena.
And he came out, hit Cena. That was great. Another one I really liked was when the Dudley Boys came back and beat up the New Day.
Yeah.
That was another one. I didn't see that coming. Then all of a sudden you just hear the fireworks.
It's going down.
I was like, oh shit. And what's one more? Oh, that's hard. Gotta think. One more. Not necessarily. I can't think of one more. That's crazy. My last one and my favorite of all time is John Cena coming back in the Rumble.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Between that and Edge coming back, because like you think John Cena was supposed to be out like 9 months, 10 months to recover, and he came back in 3.
Which is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like, so I can't even change that. Like, man, that's my all-time favorite because I was so hyped when I found that out. Speaking of John Cena, I just had a random memory. Y'all remember when he was feuding with K-Fed?
Kevin Fallon, Britney Spears' husband. I forgot about that. I'm so glad I did.
was so bad. If I'm not mistaken, I even think he made a diss track towards him, both of them on both sides.
I don't remember that.
I think so. No, that was around the time I think Cena's album was coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
And I think they needed something, and for some reason, Kevin fucking Federline,
Yeah.
who I had no fucking clue who he was.
Who the fuck he
Britney
was?
Spears' husband. That was it.
Oh man.
Man,
What's
top
your
five
top
returns. Top 5 returns is Brock coming back, 2012. Number 2, I'm gonna say DX reuniting in 2006. Number 3, when the NWO came back, and then they built up the match with Hogan and Rock.
Dose of poison.
Yeah, that was good.
Hogan, we coming for you.
Number 4, Kurt Angle coming back from his injury, his leg injury. That was good. Number 1 is going to have to be when the Undertaker returned at the night after WrestleMania, and then confronted Elias. It was really good. I thought, and he was in good shape. I thought he could have been in a good match around that time.
I was pissed because I was at Mania and I wanted to see the Undertaker, and then he shows up on Raw. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was pissed.
Hey, what the hell?
Don't get me wrong. I was happy to see Dr. Thugonomics John Cena.
Wait, so you were at that one live?
Yeah, that's the one I was at.
Yeah, he
live.
told you.
So was
That's
the
what,
crowd quiet? Because I've been hearing a lot of rumors that supposedly the crowd was quiet when he came out.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, the disrespect.
I don't think people realize who the fuck it was.
And that's
So,
what I'm
like,
saying.
I-
A lot
I
of people
said-
said that. Like it's just amazing how you're telling me most of that crowd had no fucking clue of Thugonomics John Cena.
Yeah, because when I heard the music, I jumped up. Because I was also expecting someone's coming out. And, I was like, I don't know who the hell it's going to be because they were playing that Babe Ruth thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then you hear the... I was like, oh! And I'm like, are y'all... I was yelling at the people around me. I was like, are y'all fucking kidding me? Y'all don't know who this is? My girlfriend didn't know who it was, obviously, because she just got into wrestling that same year.
Come
So-
on.
But yeah,
That's
it was not. Yeah,
That's sad, man. I'm sorry, guys. WrestleManias are 5 fucking hours, so they just start combining in my head.
They get boring.
They just I can't remember who did what at what WrestleMania.
oh,
so
that WrestleMania was I think I was there for fucking 8 hours.
that's what I'm saying. So it's they all combine with.
That's why I said that Triple H and Batista match I hated because it just dragged on and on. And we all just wanted to get to the main event. We just wanted to get to the triple threat. And we had that match, and then we had fucking Baron Corbin beating Kurt Angle.
That must have been fun.
Nobody wanted to see.
How was the crowd on that one?
Booing. Everybody hated Corbin.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Kurt, but you knew he was gonna lose.
So you see, that's my point. So the night that Cena returned as Thugonomic Cena, that was the same Mania that Corbin fought Kurt Angle.
Yup. So he was there. They could have had that match.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see, the WrestleManias just go. So what the? Are you kidding me, bro?
Yes, that's why I was so. I was so conflicted because nobody wanted to see Baron Corbin. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate Baron Corbin. I don't think he's as bad as people think he is, but he can get annoying.
Really safe worker, though. Give him that one. Safe worker. I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protect Dominic Mysterio.
But yeah, nobody wanted to see him versus Angle. Like, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah, no one wanted to see that. We wanted Kurt and Cena. And you could have heard them at the Hall of Fame. They were saying, face, Kurt. They would say, yeah, they was like, face. Yeah, whatever they were chanting. Because it kind of made sense because that was his first match.
Yep.
Yeah, top 5 WrestleMania matches. I know there's so many.
Oh, man.
Damn. All right, let's see. TLC 2.
Yes.
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I'm going to have to go Rock versus Hogan. Damn.
That's hard, man.
John Cena versus JBL.
Ooh. That's when John Cena came the biggest star.
Yep. One more. Oh, man. Like you said, there's so many. I don't want to just say anything.
Number 5 is pretty tricky because there's so many good matches.
No, fine. I'll go with my favorite old school match. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon.
Woo! Yes.
Cause I can't. I mean, I could throw in Kofi in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got Chris. What do you got?
So, of course, Michaels and Taker at 25.
Yep.
Of course. Austin versus Rock at WrestleMania 17.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. Another one of my favorites.
Yes.
Let's see, what else? What was that, 3? I'll also say the first Money in the Bank match.
Yes. Shelton dropped off, though. That was going crazy.
And one more. I keep wanting to say Edge versus Mick Foley.
Yes,
I keep wanting to say that. Like, that just keeps popping into my mind. Like, I'm sitting there thinking WrestleMania. That's the first. Like, that one keeps popping into my head. So I'll go with that for right now. I mean, if I had more time, off the top of my head, I can come up with a more complex list.
Yeah. Top five. Number 1 is always going to be Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's forever going to be number 1 because I thought that was the best match. Number 2, I'm going to have to say another Kurt Angle match. Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero, WrestleMania 20.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good match. I'm going to have to say John Cena versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle in a triple threat match for the world champion. That was my first WrestleMania. Ray was that dog. Ray was just that man. He was the man, and he won it for Eddie, and that made me cheer up because Eddie was a good wrestler that I really watched. Number 5. I'm gonna have to say Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, the Iron Man match.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. What else was good? Batista and Undertaker were good, like y'all said. It was a good one. Bret Hart and Owen Hart at the Garden.
Yeah.
That was good. Austin and The Rock, WrestleMania 15. That's what I liked. That's one of my greatest matches. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. I'm just kidding. That match was booty.
Which one?
33. It was not that bad.
33 was really good. 20.
Yeah.
20 was
33.
garbage.
I really like 33 because it's a quick, just boom, 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 boom,
Suplex City.
ball to the wall. That's probably my favorite under 5-minute match that I'll ever see.
Mm-hmm. And then Goldberg 20. We all knew Brock and Goldberg were leaving, and then the fans knew about it, and they were like, "Okay, we're not watching this match. This match was doogie." And then Stone Cold saved WrestleMania by stunning Goldberg and Brock. That was good. That was good for moment for Austin. Of course, Austin's always going to be the one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. We all know that. No.
Sure.
Ooh, here's one that I want to talk about. Sweet Chin Music or the RKO?
RKO.
I'm going to have to say Sweet Chin Music. I'm sorry. I love the RKO, but I'm sorry that super kick connects and it's over.
I could hit you out of nowhere, though.
I have to go with the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. RKO.
I know, but
I love Shawn Michaels. I think he is one of the greatest performers of all time. But the fucking RKO, man, just on the one on RVD, the one on Evan Bourne, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. There's so many classic ones like this. And Sweet Chin Music is often hit from, he's in the corner. Now it's very rare you get an out of nowhere super kick. Sweet Chin Music. The best one by far was on Shelton Benjamin.
Come on, it has to be.
That's the only one
It was on the Raw intro for years.
Yeah,
it was because it was that good. And the best Sweet Chin Music, I also have to say, is when he was doing it to the Undertaker in the 25 match. I thought he was doing it really good with. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I have to say Sweet Chin Music because he can hit that out of nowhere too, and Shawn and of course Randy sells that Sweet Chin Music. Beautiful.
I don't know, because that RKO on Brock Lesnar, man. I don't know.
Out of nowhere. You won't get close enough to hit an RKO on Brock Lesnar. You won't. Boom.
Hey, and then somebody exposed of where Randy Orton came out of. Did you guys ever watch that YouTube video? It's a video that says where Randy Orton came out. He came out from under the ring. And then I was like, what? Why you gotta expose us like that?
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I gotta go RKO all day.
Top 5 wrestlers from outside WWE. All times.
All time?
Yeah.
Gotta say Kenny
that never wrestled for WWE?
Yeah. I'm talking about even before.
I mean, I can't think of anybody that like many people who haven't wrestled for WWE at some point. That's hard.
I can go first. I can say this. Number 1, I'm going to have to say Kenny King. I thought he was really good. Kenny King is number 1. Number 2 is the Monster Abyss. He's a legend. I love the Monster Abyss. I didn't care if he was a heel or he was a babyface. I thought he was really good. I love the Monster Abyss. I do love Kenny Omega. I did watch Kenny throughout the year, throughout outside of WWE. I think when I was maybe 16, I got into Kenny, and I was like, Kenny's really good. I like him. Number 4, Jay Lethal.
Ooh.
Jay Lethal's really good. I like him. Yeah. Oh, the woo-off. That was the best segment. And then the First Nation. Did I hear that punk right there? That was
Jay
the best.
Lethal sounded more like Ric Flair than Ric Flair sounded
Yeah,
like.
I was mocking Rick. I was like, Rick, quit mocking Jay Lethal. Number 5. I'm gonna have to say Gail Kim, even though she worked for WWE, but she
Her
was
work outside of WWE.
yeah, her work outside of WWE was just the best, and she's been loyal to Impact for years.
Is
And
she
she's
still wrestling?
No, I think she
I didn't
retired.
think
I think she's an executive for Impact. I think.
I think so.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, I think so.
True.
There goes my top 5. The Monster Abyss is always going to be one of my favorite wrestlers outside of WWE.
You guys remember, like, I know, just on the topic of Abyss, you remember when they tried to give him a brother? Like, they just copy and pasted the Undertaker storyline.
Yes, I did. I remember that.
Storyline. That's all I ever think about.
Big news coming out of Peacock. Oh, man. Some old WWE shows on Peacock are heavily edited to avoid offending people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. What
Vince
is that?
McMahon calling John Cena the N-word was
Survivor Series 2005 is not on there?
No, just that part is edited out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then Roddy Piper when he decided to wear half blackface.
No. You know what they
That's
should also
edited out.
ban?
Huh?
You know what they also should ban? JBL at the Mexican border. They should delete that. It was so racist.
Oh.
I don't know what else. That's the only 2 I've seen.
This came out yesterday. I didn't even hear about this. Ric Flair confirms no Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, thank God.
So that means the rumors are true.
Woohoo! I mean, Ric Flair says, woo!
If they let her go, if they let Andrade go, no WrestleMania. And what do you know?
Yeah. Well, we all know that Andrade. Is Andrade even going anywhere?
Not right now. He's chilling, for what I know.
Yeah. Oh, you want to get a little controversial? Let's get a little controversial. Look what everyone walked into. Look what everyone walked into.
What hasn't been said about the Montreal Screwjob at this point, though?
True.
We all know what happened. Or I guess here's what you can say if you want to get controversial. Do you think it was a work, or do you think it was 100% a shoot?
It was a shoot. Cornette made it a shoot.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart?
Oh, favorite Pop-Tart. Actually, real quick. Damn. Cinnamon sugar.
Brown sugar cinnamon.
Yeah. Montreal Screwjob.
What?
I can't believe, can't believe you do Bret Hart dirty like that. Like,
listen, all I know is my man Bret got a little one piece on Vince, knocked him
yes. Undertaker wanted to do it before Bret did, and then Shawn Michaels actually said that he was scared of talking to the Undertaker.
Yep.
Nick. Nick. Lewis just in the
Oh, that's him? I had no idea. All I saw was, yo, what's your favorite Pop-Tart? I thought it was Brian asking that. What's your favorite food? This man getting off topic. My favorite food, though? Pizza.
We all have to say pizza. Come on now.
Nah, I think Chris is on the Wendy's side. I don't know.
I'm on the Wendy's right now. My favorite food is Chinese food, though. Hey, but did you guys see this? The biography series that's going to be on A&E.
Yeah.
The first one they released the
Facebook.
teaser for Stone Cold.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so that looks really good. I think they're doing ones on like Macho Man, Shawn Michaels, Ultimate
Shawn
Warrior.
Michaels is what I'm interested
That's
in.
going to be a really good one.
Because you WWE, you better put the Montreal Screwjob in there.
Yeah. Yeah, Montreal Screwjob. Yeah, they did Brett. Back to the Montreal Screwjob. They did Brett very, very dirty. The only people that didn't know was Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard was the only one that didn't know about the Montreal Screwjob. If he were to get involved, do you think things would have been different?
No.
You don't think so?
Richard's a McMahon boy. He's going to do what McMahon says.
And even if whatever McMahon wants, that's what happens. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
End of story. Whatever Vince wants, Vince gets.
Good golly.
Papa John's.
Oh, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars are frozen pizza.
They duty.
Yo, on some real shit though, I've always wanted to have this discussion. I gotta go with Domino's.
Nah,
I gotta go with Papa John's.
Ooh, Papa John's?
The only problem I have with Papa John's is so goddamn expensive.
It is.
Like Domino's comes in clutch with them $5.99 pizzas.
I give them their sauce. Papa John's got some.
That's my favorite part. Their sauce is just so
Papa John's got some good sauces. Little
Cool pizza. Oh, hey, actually, he's not wrong. They've been hitting different.
This man says
when I was a kid, they did hit different.
You remember them breakfast pizzas in school?
Bro, for breakfast pizza, yeah.
If I could find those online to order, I would order like a fucking 2-month supply.
You can't go to Amazon?
I'm gonna look that up real quick. Get that shit delivered tomorrow.
Papa John's is top.
Amazon.
Yeah, this man. Oh my gosh.
God damn. So for a full case of them, it's $120
on Amazon?
On Amazon.
What the fuck? Amazon
whole grain.
They want the money. They want that money.
They've got terrible reviews, but there's 96 of them. So I mean,
Domino's #1. Stop the cap.
Domino's is #1, son.
Papa John's is dog shit. Fuck out of here, man.
Wait, where you're at? Is it bad? Is it really?
That's what he says. Dog shit. So like where I live, the Domino's is like because I recently moved just towns. The Domino's I had and the Papa John's both were so good where I used to live, and then I moved here. Now the Domino's like fucking nasty. I keep giving them chances though. Like the system workers there just don't give a shit. Like I ordered 3 pizzas from Domino's like 2 weeks ago, and I got it, and it wasn't even fully cooked. Like the dough wasn't fully cooked. So it was like real soft. Like you pick it up, it's just hanging. I was so upset.
I feel like we're off topic.
We're very off topic.
We should do one more before Nick invades the ground.
Yeah. One more. I'm gonna say one last thing before we sign off. What is your favorite Eddie Guerrero match?
Honestly, I love just because of the feel good moment alone when he beat Brock Lesnar for the title, because that feel good moment was just so great. Like it's just one of my favorite memories. The match wasn't great, but you know what I mean. He had a lot of good matches with Ray and Benoit. It's hard to pick, man.
I'm
throwing that on me.
I'm going with Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena in a parking lot brawl match.
Yes.
You really pulled that out of the memories there.
Yep.
Me, I'm gonna have to say him and Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 20.
Mhm.
That's gonna be it.
The
Ray.
Custody of Dominic Ladderman.
Nick, you're the best, bro. You're the best, man. Nick, you're great. I gotta have you on my podcast eventually, bro. Hopefully. Well, guys, this is the end of the podcast. We had a blast, and I hope I invite you guys back because I actually want to do WrestleMania predictions.
Ooh,
If that's possible. But beneath all that, I'm going to let these guys sign out, and I'm going to let them do them. So,
all right, guys. Thanks for having me. Had a great time tonight. And I definitely look forward to doing it again. If we do some WrestleMania predictions, I'm going to have to actually sit down, write the matches out, and really think. Because I do like to actually put some thought into, how the match may go down. And maybe we'll even talk about what kind of match is the Fiend and Randy Orton, because it can't be a normal match.
Hell in a Cell.
On fire.
On fire. Before anybody else says this, I already made my video, but TikTok doing me dirty, not letting nobody see my videos. So I'll say it on here too. Hell in a Cell. The cage isn't on fire. It could be on fire. That'd be dope. But it's not on fire. But just like the exploding barbed wire match, if you hit 3 out of the four sides, then the explosion comes, but with the fire.
Yeah.
Even on the top of the cell.
I'd be down for that.
And say Randy Orton or Bray Wyatt does their finisher on top of the cage, the outside of the top of the cage, fire. Because they can't literally just have they could if they want to. But
they'd find a way.
But then what would be the purpose of the Hell in a Cell if they do the Inferno match within,
Yeah.
I want to know how would Vince even allow it is just the question. I want to know if he has the balls to do it for the Fiend and then for Randy.
He does. But we're going to talk about that definitely.
Yeah, we got to talk about that WrestleMania predictions. Next podcast. Hope you guys are there.
All right, guys.
I am Shane's cousin, and I am out.
All right, brothers.
See you guys.
All righty.
Have a great night.
Yep, you too, man. That was a good podcast.